Here today, we are at an impossibly mythical looking and picturesque location. This is Lud's Church, and it is tucked far away into the Peak District in the privacy of its own world. I can't help but wonder if I am walking through a mythical fairy tale right now, and I can't wait to show you through it. So come join me today, Elise Freshwater-Blizzard, as we go through one of my 7 wonders of the Peak District.
Historically, this was a religious meeting point for the Lollards in 1546. The Lollards were a Christian-based group who followed a Protestant way of living and wanted to reform Christianity. The Lollards would secretly meet here, away from the Catholic Church, and have services under a new Protestant style. However, this was not to last. One day, whilst holding the service, the Lollards were found and arrested. The congregation, as they were arrested, was led by Sir Walter de Lud Orc, and thus we have the name of Lud's Church.
Lud's Church was actually created by a landslip that happened centuries ago. And since then, it actually became a hotspot for Victorians. Yeah, loads of Victorians trampled through these walls. But then it was left abandoned, completely abandoned and forgotten about, which is why we can still see all this untouched greenery around on the walls. Unfortunately, today it is yet again becoming a tourist hotspot, so the greenery is getting a little bit more, well, disturbed, unfortunately.
So keeping this in mind, when I walk through places like this in the Peak District, I not only don't drop any litter or rubbish, but I also refrain from touching the greenery and refrain from touching the walls on this specific site, because this is actually going to have some damage in the long run if every tourist were to touch the greenery. And I really want the future generations to see this just as much as I do. So that's why when I'm walking through, I'm trying to protect it as much as possible at the same time.
We've just stumbled upon another secret of Lud's Church, purely by accident. I don't know if you can see, but up there is what appears to be a man's head that is almost so perfectly sculpted you would think that somebody came along and hacked into the rock to make this man's face. But actually no, this is a natural occurring appearance, and it looks like there is a man peering out, watching over Lud's Church night and day. Maybe the spirit of Lud's Church. Who knows? This place is so mythical. There are many entrances into Lud's Church, and you can choose from an array of them. And we've explored them all today, but my favourite one by far has to be the smallest one, because of course I'm a caver at heart, so I've got to do this as my final efforts to explore Lud's Church. It's not too small. I can fit my shoulders in, it's perfect. Excellent. Out of shot. And there we have it. That's been Lud's Church. I can't thank you enough for coming with me today. This has been so exciting to explore Lud's Church with you, and I think you can understand why it's one of the 7 wonders of my Peak District. Please come and join me next time as we explore more wonders of my Peak District. I can't wait to have you along. Until next time.
Let's. Let's.